Hello, my most amazing artists! Mrs. Lubas here, and today we're going to be making some art together. Today we're going to be making these really cool dot paintings. So I've made a few to show you. I've got this cute little rainbow one that I made, obviously. I also made this one that looks a little bit like a donut, but it's actually just an abstract design painting. And I also made a little beach scene. It's kind of got like a sunset and some ocean water and the sun. So we're gonna be making these today. These are an example of pointillism. And pointillism is a series of dots that are put together to create a larger picture. So today what you're going to need, I have been using these small note cards. It's like a slightly thicker piece of paper. You can use something like this, or you can use a regular piece of paper cut into a smaller piece. It's totally up to you. You're also going to need, I used a Sharpie marker or permanent marker. You can use a pen. I wouldn't recommend using a pencil, but something else like a marker that you have that you're going to use to draw your picture. You're also going to need a piece of foil folded in half like this one. You're going to need some Q-tips. You're going to need at least 4. And then you're going to need a glass of water just like this. And to make our paint today, we're going to be using washable markers like these Crayola ones. So it should be washable marker. And this is going to be creating our paint. So go ahead and get all that stuff and meet me back here and I'll show you how we're going to do it.
All right, so I've got everything that I need set up here, and we're gonna start first by taking our permanent marker and we're gonna draw the picture that we're gonna be painting. So I am going to be drawing, let's see, there's been a lot of rain recently, so I've been using an umbrella. So I'm gonna draw an umbrella today. So I'm gonna start with a nice curved line going from one side to the other. Nice and tall to keep me safe from the rain. And then I'm going to connect it underneath. Now, of course, I need something to hold my umbrella, so I'm going to draw the handle. Now, my umbrella comes all the way down like this, and then it kind of curves at the end like a little J. I'm going to do it just kind of like that, and then I'm going to bring it up to connect to the top. Now, my umbrella has a bunch of different colors on it. So I'm going to start up at the top and I'm going to draw a curved line that comes down. It's going to have some stripes. I'm going to do a few of those, keeping those lines curved and coming all the way down to the bottom. All right, there's my umbrella. Now, to go along with my umbrella, of course, we have some rain. So I'm going to draw some raindrops. Now, the raindrops are this kind of shape. So it's thin at the top, kind of bows out at the bottom and rounds down and then comes back up. I'm going to do a few raindrops. All right, I feel happy with my cute little umbrella and I'm going to get to my painting. Now, to make our paint, you're going to take your markers that you're going to use. I'm going to start with red, because I'm going to use red on my umbrella. And I'm going to do a nice little spot on my foil. Make sure you get a pretty good amount of marker on there. Now, another color that I'm going to use for my umbrella is yellow. So I'm going to do a spot of that too. You want to get a decent amount of color on there. Now I'm going to take my first Q-tip. Now the Q-tip has 2 ends. I've got one color is going to go on each end. So the first thing you have to do is you got to dip it in some water and you got to wet just the part that is the cotton on the edge. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to keep it so that it's straight up and down because I want to make a nice round dot instead of kind of an oblong dot if I did it like this. So I'm going to kind of activate that paint, the marker, and I want to get it so that I can see a nice little dot on the edge of my Q-tip. And I'm going to make some dots to kind of color in one of the stripes on my umbrella. Now I'm going to do a pattern of 3 colors. So I'm going to do red, and then I'm going to do yellow, and then I'm going to do blue. So then my pattern would go back to red. So I'm gonna do another red stripe here on my umbrella, and then it goes yellow, blue, and then it's red again. So I can do another red stripe on my umbrella. Cool. Notice that my dots have space in between them. I'm not using my Q-tip to color inside the lines like we do sometimes when we paint. This time I'm making little dots. This is a dot painting. Now I'm gonna move on to my next color. So I'm gonna flip my Q-tip over to the side that's clean. I'm gonna dip that one into the water to get just the tip a little bit wet. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my yellow. I'm gonna dip it in. I'm gonna kind of scooch it around to pick up as much of that marker paint as I can. And again, you can see that it's just on the tip in a nice little circle. And I said that the yellow is gonna be my next color next to the red. So I'm gonna do some dots in the spaces next to the red. And this time, my pattern only allows me to do 2 stripes that are yellow instead of 3 like the red. Now this Q-tip has red and yellow. I don't have another free one, but I want to do another color. So I'm going to put that one down in case I need to use it again, maybe later on. And I'm going to grab a clean one. Now this time I'm going to be doing blue. I said that blue was going to be the other color that I wanted to use for my umbrella. You know what? I actually changed my mind. I think I'm going to do a different color because I want to do blue for the raindrops. So instead, I'm going to do purple on my umbrella. So purple is going to be my 3rd color for my umbrella. I'm going to dip the clean edge of a new Q-tip. And I'm going to do the same thing to get some purple on that Q-tip, making sure it stays in a nice circle. And I'm going to fill in with some dots, making sure to keep some space in between my dots. Cool. Do one more there. Awesome. Now, like I said before, my raindrops, I'm going to use blue. So I'm going to use another clean edge. Dip that in, get a nice amount of paint, marker paint on there. And I'm going to do some dots in my little raindrops. Yes. Now, I have to do the handle also. So I'm going to need one more Q-tip. I'm going to dip that in. I got to get my brown ready. Here we go and get some brown. Get enough on there. Because my handle, I want to use brown. So I already dipped that in. There it is. Activate that brown paint. And now I got to do my dots, trying to keep them inside the lines that I drew, but leaving some space in between. Awesome! So now I've got that all finished up. It's a little bit wet, just like when we make paintings in the art room. Because we used water to wake up our paints today, the painting itself is still a little bit wet. So I don't want to touch it until it's dry. So I'm going to leave it off to the side and let it dry with my other paintings, and maybe I'll make another one.
Okay, artists, I hope you had fun today making your dot paintings. I would love to see what you made. Please take some pictures and show them to your teachers so that they can show them to me. I miss you like crazy. I love you. Bye.